and put it in between their thighs and be scraping the jollof for Moshishi. Yeah. Well, let's talk to our orators in a bit, and then we'll get into some Afro Connect Jollof conversation. Abdul Karim Al Hassan is from the Opokuwari School. AJ Boache Andy is from the Ahmadiyya Senior High School. Andrew Waja is from Accra Academy. Chikalit Gohil is from DPL International School, and Daniel Oting is from Adisado College. Because Abel Ohiniakwe is the convener for the Orators Challenge. And at the just ended Africa Climate Summit in Kenya, African leaders committed to focusing their economic development plans on climate positive growth, including expansion of just energy transitions and renewable energy generation for industrial activity, climate awareness and restorative agricultural practices, and essential protection and enhancement of nature and biodiversity. This commitment and many others are contained in what is now popularly referred to as the Nairobi Declaration. As the generation that is most likely to, at the risk of the effects of climate change, what should young people in Ghana do to hold the state accountable for these commitments? That is the agenda for this morning for the 5 young people are announced. So, Karim, good morning. Assalamu alaikum. How are you? Hello, Karim. Good morning. Karim, good morning. Can you hear me? AJ Boachi, good morning.
Please, good morning.
AJ Boachi, how are you?
Please, I'm fine. What about you?
I'm greater than Accra. I'm greater than Accra, as always. Gohil, how are you?
Good.
Andrew, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine.
Daniel, good morning. How are you? Hello, Daniel. Good morning. Daniel Ting, good morning. You will have to unmute your microphones, yes, so we can see you. And then Abdul Karim, good morning. Okay, so let's begin. I don't seem to have Abdul Karim on. I don't know. Abel, good morning. Hello, Abel. Good morning.
Good morning, Johnny. How are you doing?
Great. In 1 minute, you do an introduction for us, and then the students will have 2 minutes each, and then we'll wrap up this conversation. What do you want to tell us about the Orators Challenge, getting ready for Friday, the big event?
Yes, so we are still on course in terms of preparation towards the finale. As you're aware, we had over 100 entries that were made this season, and we have 42 of them currently at the finale stage. And I know they are all preparing towards the finale, which is going to be on Friday, the 22nd of September. So as part of the partnership with 3FM, we have some of the candidates joining in on the Sunrise Morning Show, and they're going to speak the truth on topics which we feel are very essential to our social development and economic development as a whole, as a nation.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we have some of the candidates who have joined us today.
Great.
And I'm sure they're going to share their thoughts on the subject matter in question.
Absolutely. Ajay Wachi, you will start us off. You have 2 minutes. You're from TI Ahmadiyya Senior High School. What do you say about the topic for today? 2 minutes. Let's go.
Okay, please, thank you for the opportunity. Please, here is the question. How should young people in Ghana do to hold the state accountable for these commitments? And the commitments are the restorative agricultural practices, energy transitions, renewable energy generation, climate awareness, and so on, which was made in the Nairobi Declaration during the summit in Kenya. So what I have here are how we as the youth in Ghana can make the government accountable for these commitments they went for in Kenya. So one, the youth must engage in polling activities like voting. Since the youth constitute about 90% of the percentage of voters in Ghana, this says that they make and unmake governments. So their vote puts a particular government in power, and also can remove that same government from power. So when these youth say that they want a particular response or actions taken after the commitments have been given, and the government the government says you will not give that particular response, then that means that in the next preceding election year, the government will be removed. So this will make the government highly accountable to the youth in the country. And also, the youth should express their political voices. When I say this, what do I mean? This means that they must gather information from the various mass media, through televisions, radio, newspapers, and magazines, and also write their opinions to such print media like the ones I mentioned, the magazines, the newspapers, and join in broadcast media like calling on radios, televisions, to give accounts, to force the government to give accounts on what they have been committed to do. And
Okay.
we all know that many things. Okay.
Thank you. Your time is up. AJ Boache and D of Tia Madia Senior High School. Andrew Waja, Bleobi, Andrew Waja. Let's hear you. 2 minutes.
Okay, so thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the opportunity. My thoughts on this is we are empowering the youth to actually make their voices considered, because the main effect of climate change will be on this generation. So we are giving our thoughts on certain policies that can be implemented that will change certain things that happen in the community groups, which we can promote internal awareness, which is also among the youth, to voice out our opinions on what we think climate change adaptability should be. And finally, we should use policy activation strategy to hold the government accountable of this commitment they have painted. We have to make sure that they are climate aware, that the energy they use, it is renewable, it is sustainable to the environment, and there's climate positive growth. That is to our industrialization. I think these are my thoughts on the issue.
Thank you very much, Chikilit Gohil of the DPS International School. It's your turn. You have 2 minutes. Let's hear you.
Good morning, chairs, listeners, and viewers. I believe there are 4 main words I tend to follow. If we want change, these are educate, demand, monitor, and vote. So what do I say when I say educate? Exactly what we are doing right now, that's education. It's common for people to think education is school and it depends on the school. I got nothing to do with that. It's not it. Education is literally communication. We gotta educate everyone and raise awareness about climate change as much as possible through different social media platforms and everything. And now I come to my next point, which is demand. What I mean by that is demand the government for what you want. Like we have to demand them for the agendas they have to create for climate change and hold them accountable for their actions. Then I come to monitor. Of course, we have to monitor what we are demanding for. Otherwise, how do we make sure that we are actually getting what we are asking for? We have to know that actions are taken on our ideas, and we have to keep an eye on them. Then I'll talk about the last word, vote, which is the most important word. Everybody knows we are supposed to vote for the right person, but no one knows who is the right leader, right? Let me tell you this. Don't vote for the person who is going to make your future, who is going to make your life easier, but vote for the ones that will make your children's life better. I believe young people in Ghana have the absolute power to conquer. We don't even realize that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chikilit Gohil of the DPS International School. Daniel Oting Santa. Daniel Oting at this other college. Let's hear you. You have 2 minutes.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Thank you so much for listening. The question is that how can the youth in Ghana hold their leaders responsible for their actions in terms of renewable energy? Now, I believe we must foster a robust civic engagement and education within our communities. But we all know that knowledge is power. And educating our peers and our people around us, especially in the youth, will let everyone come together as a united front to be able to tackle the problem together. I believe that if we're divided, we can't make a change and a difference. Together, we can actually hold the government officials responsible, accountable for their actions, and to be able to bring more change. And I think we should also actively participate in youth-led organizations and initiatives that focus on environmental advocacy and sustainable development. As we know about the Green Ghana Day, that was initiated by our president in 2021. And the is to plant over 1 million trees in 1 year, every single year that we have now. And I believe that if the youth came together and actively participated in some of these campaigns and organizations, would actually have a far greater change, because these small organizations actually try to make a difference. But because of the lack of participation of all of the youth, they can't make such much of a difference. And if all the youth comes together and participates in these small organizations, the larger they become and the more of an impact they have on the rest of the country. Lastly, I would like to say that we must actively engage with our elected representatives and demand transparency and accountability. I feel like if all of us came together and we went to, let me say, our members of parliament in our various constituencies, and we started giving them pressure on transparency in the system, as well as we wanted to know what happens with our funds for our communities, our constituencies, and how we're able to, let me say, bring development, especially in renewable energy as well as the environment.
Thank you very much indeed, Santa Daniel Oting. Abdul Karim, are you back? Do we have you, Abdul Karim, from Opokuwari School? Abdul Karim, do we have you? Well, I'm not sure Abdul Karim is there.
On the call.
Right. So, guys, I give each one of you 30 seconds. Tell us what to expect this Friday at the grand finale. I'll start with you, Santa Daniel Oting first. What should we come expecting on Friday from you? Daniel Oting, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Great. So you have 30 seconds each, guys. Quickly, let's wrap this up. What should we come expecting from you on Friday?
Well, I'm going to bring forth various good ideas. I'm going to make sure I bring my points across and let everyone in the crowd understand and really have a feel for what I'm doing.
Thank you. Chikalit, what do you promise to give us on Friday?
On Friday, I believe I'll declare some mind-blowing, like I have a story planned which is going to explain you what I'm saying by all means.
Great.
And I'm going to make sure my voices are heard.
Thank you. Blaobi, Andrew Waja, what should we come expecting?
Okay, so on Friday, we should all expect a great show. But we should not forget, that the main purpose of we being here is to voice out our concerns, our thoughts, our ideas about certain societal issues. And I feel like my voice will be heard on that day concerning a lot of things. You should expect a lot.
Great. And last but not least, AJ Boachi Andy of Tia Ahmadiyya Senior High School. What showdown will you give us on Friday?
Okay. Please, you should expect fireworks, because I'll be there to voice out all my ideas on the particular topic I've been given. And because all the orators representing are great, may the best candidates win. Thank you.
Thank you. Abdul Karim Alassan of Opokuwari School, AJ Boating Andy of Tia Ahmadiyya Senior High School, Andrew Waja of Accra Academy, Chiklit Gohil of DPS International School, and Daniel Oting of Adisado College. We're grateful that you could join us. Abel Hinakwe, thank you as well. On Friday, we meet at the Christ the King. That's where we'll have the big party for the Orators Challenge. We've been listening to the youngsters, and they've been telling you what's on their mind exactly. If you have a voice and you don't know how to speak, but you know how to sing, this is your opportunity. Mentor Season 12 auditions are up. Follow the audition train from the 24th of September, Tamale Gariba Lodge, 26th of September, Kumasi Akuma FM, 29th of September, Takrady at Connect FM, and on the 1st of October, that's when TV3 turns a new age at Accra TV3 premises. It's going to be 8 a.m. at each location. And you go on to 3news.com or chase us on our Facebook pages at TV3 Mentor. That's the hashtag. Follow the hashtag. You get all the fine details. Now, tomorrow.